Alright, so this is the video I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for, the Lily Changes video. My opinion on Lily Changes, right? As someone who's played Lily from the beginning till now, exclusively. So I'm just gonna peel the band-aid off and get right into it. The first change is gonna be EXDP being fully invincible. A lot of you guys saw this coming, maybe some of you guys didn't. But this right here, her Tomahawk Buster, if you don't know what it looks like, this move. This move is frame 1 throw invincible and it's frame 1 air invincible. But for some reason, you cannot wake up with it because it loses to strikes and loses to fireballs. And so the reason I say for some reason is because a lot of you guys know this, but T-Hawk is who Lily is based off of. She has all of his normals, all of his special moves, and then she has more. She has stuff like this Rekka here, you know, the wind stock that he doesn't have, things like that. She has more. The issue is, in Street Fighter 4, right, T-Hawk had, because people say, oh, grappler shouldn't have a fully invincible DP and a command grab. Well, T-Hawk had it in Street Fighter 4, and it was never an issue. And the craziest thing is, in that game, command grabs was 2 frames. So it was really cheap. Like, people will sometimes just mash command grab a lot in any situation, or if they get in on you. You do a block string, they mash command grab and get you. But that's a little off topic. That's usually when they would do it, though, outside of just like knocking you down or getting close to you and grabbing you. T-Hawk would even do stuff like jump, whiff, dive, and then command grab you. Doesn't really work with Lily because it has a lot more recovery than his did. But the thing is, I don't think this will be a broken change for Lily, because people say, oh, well, you know, I will get grabbed on wake up because I'm worried about the DP, but it already happens. I have a lot of replays I can show you if you don't believe me, where I fight people. I don't do it like all the time, but I do it when I know it'll work. I'll have like 1 or 2 bars, right? Sometimes even 3, and people will like, you know, walk up, pretend they're about to meet you or whatever, and then they'll back up, right? And I'll wake up command grab, and I'll either win the round and kill them, or I'll change the offense and bring the round back, or just get out of the corner, whatever it may be. So this already exists, and I have proof of this, that it already happens, you know, because really right now the only use of wake up command grab is like, if you think somebody is going to grab you, you can, you know, OS the grab, and with the, well, not OS it, you can jump cancel the grab and you'll beat the throw. I do that too. But people also be scared of you when you have a bar, so you can just wake up command grab, and I have videos of that. If you really want to see, I'll show you. But yeah, so I don't really think that would be broken because it's already in the game. You know, this mix-up at least is already in the game, where you have to worry about fully invincible move versus command grab. And the thing is, people are not gonna. There's gonna be times where it works, yes, and it's good. I'm not ignoring that option, but it's not as prominent as you may think it is because it's still risky. If I wake up command grab thinking you're gonna bait the DP, I still get hit, and I lose 2 bars on that. On top of maybe even more, depending on what you're gonna do. You get to level 3, whatever it may be. But that's my opinion on it. I think she should have it without win stocks though. I should be able to do it normally. Only stock character in the game that will have to worry about that. Like, Juri's a stock character and she doesn't have to worry about her DP being fully invincible with stocks. Though I know the argument's going to be, well, Juri's DP doesn't get affected by win stocks. Yes, that's true. But still, like, I feel like that's already a risk for me to DP in the first place, even with the wake up command grab, because you can meet him. I have to guess too. I don't know what you're going to do. You know, DP is like a thing where it's good. It's really good to have in this game because you're able to do stuff like wake up buttons, because people know that you have that option. But it's still risky at the end of the day to do it. If they block it, you get killed, right? Just like anybody else. So I don't want to spend too much time on that, but that's my opinion on it. So I would love to see what you guys say as well. The next thing will be combo into light Spire from light attacks. Okay, so Lily, as you guys know, is without win stocks or spin and meter, kind of weak in the combo department, because I can do things like this. And that doesn't link. Even just 1, right? Doesn't link. I do 2. Doesn't link. You could do, like, if you're closer, you can do things like this. DP. But if you're, like, kind of further away, oops. Doesn't work. Like, it doesn't link a lot of the times. So I would love the light Spire to combo. And it would also be good because it makes you, like, less reliant on win stocks. Or spending meter. You know, I can actually kind of have some offense, and it wouldn't defeat the purpose of having win stock, because having a win stock gives you the plus mix up on block, and it also goes through fireballs. So I think there's valid reasons to have both still, but it would be really good. I think it would really help Lily out a lot. The next thing will be level 1 startup reduced. Okay, so I would love to see level 1, because level 1 is one of the slowest supers in the game. It's not the slowest, but it's like the second slowest super in the game. That's something actually Ed shares with Lily here. It's 13 frames. And the thing that's really annoying about this is like a lot of characters in the game have both. Like JP for some reason has a reversal, right? Even though it's nerfed, he somehow has, I don't know why he has that, but he has that. And he has one of the fastest supers in the game at 8 frames. Ken has like a level 1 that's really fast. Same with Luke, level 1 that's really fast. And these guys have DPs. I know they're not grapplers, but still, like Zoner, they all play actually every position perfectly. So I just don't know why they gave Lily a super that's super slow like that, to the point where I will see a jab come out. Like the jab is not even out yet. They're winding their arm back, about to punch me, and Lily's like, just for you. And then the punch will come out, and then they're able to block or parry OS me. That should not be a thing. I would love to see the super to be 8 frames or even 9 frames. Honestly, I think would really help out a lot. Outside just the Invincible DP, you know, I think that would actually be, that's just, it also would help our combo game too. If you made this faster, it would definitely help potentially the combo game. You know, like if they made it 8 frames, I don't know if you'll be able to combo into level 1. Like maybe you could do like heavy, like you could do wind stocks, because you know in the corner, right? If I have the wind stock and I do crouch fierce or something into, like, you don't have to be crouch fierce, into heavy wind spire with the wind stock, I can combo to level 2. Now I could probably combo to level 1 because it's 9 frames just like level 2. Or it's 8 frames if they want to do 8 frames. I just think 13 frames is like so bad. I would even take a damage reduction. I would, because Lily's level 1 does 2200, which is 22%. I would make it do 20%, you know, 2000, 20%, whichever one you, however you want to look at it, just to make it faster. I think that would be well worth it, and I really don't think anybody will complain about it. So those are like the 3 main changes that I'd like to see for Lily. You know, you could even argue that they could make, instead of making light spire combo off of lights, I would really love this though. You could just make DP hitbox go forward a little bit more. It already kind of goes forward a lot, but you can make it go like forward a little bit, more horizontal, to kind of hit and link better from like afar. But the problem is it's still like, I don't know, crouchers is still like not really working a lot of times, even from afar, it just kind of whiffs. So I would really prefer the Spire. But these next ones are going to be more like quality of life changes, if you will. So the medium and heavy version of the wind stock, these are -8 on block. It's not the end of the world, but I would love to see them both be like -6 instead of -8. I think that would be really cool. I would love to see the sweep startup be 9 frames instead of 11. So a lot of you guys know that Gao has a double sweep, just like Lily, except he can actually combo off of his. He could do the first hit of sweep and combo off of his first hit of sweep. For Lily, though, I can't combo off the sweep at all. I would just love for this to be 9 frames instead of 11 frames, as you can see at the top right there where it says startup 1144. Yeah, it's 11 frames, and Gao's is 9. The reason I bring it up, like I said, is because he has a double sweep. I just don't understand why my sweep is 11 frames, and the thing that's annoying about it is a lot of times I'll fight people and it's a muscle memory or it's a spacing thing where I'll just be too far away and they'll sweep, and I'll go to sweep back, forgetting that my sweep is 11 frames, and I can't punish them because their sweeps are like either -9 or block, or usually the average -10 a lot of times, and I can't even sweep punish it back. If I'm lucky, I could do stand medium punch, but like, why is that the punish I get off of a sweep? That makes it, like, look at this. That, like, I guess I'll put on punish counter because it'll be a punish counter if I do it. But it's like 9.6%. That's not really a lot to deter somebody from doing a sweep in the game. Like, look at this damage. Like, is that really going to stop you from randomly sweeping 1 time or 2 times? It's not really a big punish. Where the sweep, you know, I get 10% and I get Oki. The Oki is actually the main reason why that's way better. It's a hard knockdown, and I'm a grappler. I get a mix-up. So I feel like I should be able to sweep punish a person back. The next thing, though, is maybe a bit controversial. But Lily's baseball, giant baseball swing, this move. If a lot of you guys might not know this move is really slow, right? Obviously, you might know that part, but I don't know if you know that it's -5 on block. The reason that it's -5 on block, I'm assuming, is because it is a Rekka, so you can do this whole string, which you probably don't even know she had. No one ever uses this, because you can special cancel this. So it's like, why would you ever, you know, you can hit confirm this, so why would you ever do the whole Rekka? It's like a mix-up on block that you can do. I've done it sometimes where I'll like really delay it like that, and then I'll catch somebody pressing, but it's so rare and it's so bad to do that I don't do it. So I propose 2 things. The first thing I propose is we can reduce the startup and advantage on block. So we can make it like, instead of 18 frames, maybe make it like 13 or 14 frames. And we can make it like -3 on block. So if I drive rush and do it, it's like +1. Or we could just make it +1 on block. Like the first hit, so if you block this, instead of being -5, I'm +1. Although, I think I'll have to be kind of close to get a mix up. Like, let's see. Oops, I don't know why my command grab's not coming up. There we go. I don't think I can get stand light kick here. Yeah, I can't get stand light kick. So maybe reduce the pushback too. Reduce the pushback and make it +1. That'd be cool. You know, that'd be sick. I don't know. Like, I just feel like this move, the only use you have for this move is like mid-screen, where you get like a punish counter, stand heavy punch, and back heavy punch whiffs. Like a lot of times it whiffs, you know. So you just instead do the baseball swing and then do like DP. That's pretty much the only time you really ever use this move. Sometimes I'll use it in the neutral just to kind of throw the opponent off, but it's not that good to use. Like you could just use crouch heavy punch, back heavy punch, things like that. Those are just like way better tools to use than that. So I don't know. The next thing will be crouch medium punch. So this is a button you don't see every day. A lot of you guys might not even use this button because you use this instead. But this is actually pretty good because it's a good counter poke. And you could do things on block like stand medium punch, and then, you know, this has like good pushback, right? So you do stand medium punch, see how they like to press a button, okay, stand medium punch, crouch medium punch, and you buffer behind it. And then what you do is if they get hit by it, you just go into like, oops, you go into super like that. And you hit the opponent. This move is only super cancelable. I don't know why, but I would love to see this move special cancelable as well, because it's an 8-frame startup move. And it reaches fire, so it would be nice if I can do like crouch medium punch into light Spire, and then on punish counter I can do medium Spire, you know, or I could even do DP. That'd be cool too. I could do like DP there, or I could do EX Spire and then level 2. You know, just make it special cancelable because it's already super cancelable. That'd be sick. I don't think that's breaking the bank either, because if you're like, oh well, the person will cancel into if I did a DI or something, it's already gonna happen. I can just cancel into super. Now this next one, I actually should have said this one a bit sooner. I would love to see crouch and medium kick have more range. As you guys can see, this move is not have a lot of range. And also, the biggest thing about this move too is the startup is slow. So it's 10 frames, has no range compared to like all the other special cancelable low forwards in the game. And for some reason, this move still incurs the 20% damage scale and penalty as all the other low forwards. So if you don't know what that is, I'm going to show you that real quick. So let's say I do like stand heavy punch and then DP. So if you look at the top right there, you see how it says damage, you see how it says 0 and then parentheses 0%. So if you look at the parenthesis part, right, it'll say 100 right there. Now if I do low forward, it'll say 180 because the move I cancel it from has that 80% damage scaling penalty. So if I do a combo, right, the whole combo is going to start to scale because of the low forward. But it's so strange because low forward is so slow and has no range that it's like, why does it have this penalty? So I would love to see it be 7 frame startup and also have a range increase. I know Lily doesn't have the longest legs, but the animation could be, she leans a little bit more forward because as you can see, she holds her war clubs and she kind of just like kicks out. She could like lean in a bit more while the war clubs are still on the ground just to kind of reach you more, you know? That'd be cool. The next thing will be make crouch and light punch 5 frames instead of 6. The reason I say crouch and light punch is because stand light punch, I'm going to show you this black bar real quick. So if you see stand light punch, right, it kind of like hits the black bar, where crouch light punch goes a little further. It's really hard to tell, but it has more range. Maybe there's a better way I can show you this. Like let's see, like right here. So if I'm like right here, stand light punch will hit. But if I'm like right here, stand light punch will whiff, where crouch light punch will hit. You see? So I want this to be a little bit faster because, as you guys know, Lily's stand light kick is not good. It's not good at all. Like it's one of the worst like 4 frames in the game. So I would like this to be a little bit better because there are times where I'll try to challenge something from afar, and if it was like 5 frames, we could at least trade, or I could counter hit somebody for doing something fake because my stand light kick will whiff. So if I do it, I'll get counter hit. It just won't reach in time. So this will be, and this also when you crouch in, your hurt box is fatter. So that's kind of like a little con to it. I just wanted it to be a little faster, like 5 frames. 4 frames would be extremely busted because of how much range it has. So like 5 frames. And we could even make this stand light kick have more range. It has like no range. We could even change the animation to like a punch or something. I don't know. But they probably won't do that because, as you know, like all Lily's punches are tied to the war clubs, or her kicks aren't. So that'll be like the only move they do that. So just give this more range even. You know, that's a few ways you can go about that one. This next change is actually one that it's a move that you don't really ever see me do that much outside of like doing EXDP into dive. But dive is one of the, like if we count this move as a dive kick, it's the worst dive kick in the game, in my opinion. Even worse than Jamie's. Jamie players will cry, oh my god. Yeah, and I know the hurt box is bad, so I get it. They're crying for a reason. But this is worse in the sense of on block, okay? This move is minus 24 on block, and if you're lucky, let's see if I can get it. If you're lucky, you hit them below the waist. I'm really trying here. Yeah, right there, I think. Yeah, that's minus 19. So the issue with that is, when you play anybody that's decent at the game, or especially at a high level, they'll block the dive, and then they'll drive rush and punish you. So what happens is, they get a guaranteed 8-frame punish on you. And the reason that's so bad is because let's say that somebody drive rushes into stand medium punch. Let's say their stand medium punch was 8 frames, but it was +2 on hit. Okay, well now they get punish counter because they blocked your dive and hit you, so they get +4 from the punish counter, and then they also get another +4 from the drive rush, so now they're +10. So now they can do something like drive rush, stand medium punch into like crouch heavy punch, which let's, for this example, assume is 10 frames. And then they get a nice beefy punish on you. So the change that I propose for this is, I propose for it to be -15 instead of -24. Because, you know, Jury has like a dive kick, and if you space it like how I space this one, you hit it really low, it can be like -3, so it's like safe. Whereas, you know, Lily's dive is like -19 at best. So if you make it -15, if you drive rush, you still can get a nice punish on it. You still get like a 4-frame punish on it. Or you could just make it where it's like -20 normally, but like -15 if you really space it. Like if I hit you, like that's probably like a better one. If you space it like really far, really nice. You know, I can be like right here. If this, well, it was -20, but it could be like -15. So that way you drive rush, and then you could probably get like a 4-frame punish, whatever. Because it's really hard to space it that well. You could also make it where if you have the win stock and you do EX is less minus on block as well. There's ways we can go about it. I just think it's such a bad move. It's arguably her worst special move because it's really risky. Like the reward is like low reward, high risk, or high risk, low reward, however you want to word it. So just make it less minus on block and usable. It's not usable really outside of like combos or like sniping a fireball, or you know, you could, it's a risk to, if I jump, you do anti-air and I do this and hit you. But that requires me to know that you have good anti-airs. So the next one is actually pretty interesting. So as you guys know, Lily can do EX DP into dive, right? This costs 4 bars. It's very expensive. It's not like Luke's where you can spend a 1 bar and it'll be like slam dunk, right? Hers is 4. So to keep it 4 bars, right, the damage is good enough. I think it balances out. It's 4. Look at that, I'm almost in burnout after doing that. But I want it to be where if I have 2 win stocks, you need 2 for this change I'm proposing. You can do any DP and then also cancel it into dive, and it burns all your win stocks. That's just like a cool one, I thought, you know, that would be cool for combos. And, you know, you might be able to do something like if they make it level 1 faster, you could probably do win stock, DP, and then dive, and then potentially level 1 as a link. Potentially if you have 2 win stocks and they make level 1 faster. It's all, and they're in the corner. So many requirements for that one. The next one, I don't know, no one ever talks about this, is Lily's overhead. So Lily arguably has the worst overhead in the game, if not the worst, one of the worst. And I'm going to tell you why. So usually there's setups you do, like somebody will do like a DP, and then with Lily, right? Then they'll drive rush and do this. And you're like plus, it's a real meaty, you know, plus blah, 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 blah. The problem is people, this overhead is so bad animated wise and like just startup that people like always wake up DP or super when I do it. And I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's just that bad. They'll see it and they're like, oh, DP. Because they see how long it takes for this to hit. So there's 2 things we can do here. We can make the startup faster. We can make it like 20, like Ryu's, or 21 in general. We could even make it 22. I would prefer it to be like, even like, you know, 21 at least, or 20. Or we could just change the animation to something else. Or both, actually, because 25 frames is bad. I'm going to tell you how bad 25 frames is. Not only is it reactable, which I guess 20 frames is as well, right? But it's 1 frame slower than DI. See, DI is 26 frames. Her overhead is 25. So just make it a bit faster. I would take it. Like, I would even take like 22, to be honest with you, just to make it a bit better. Now, this next change I'm going to tell you is actually one that I'm going to need to go into World Tour for, and you'll see why. Okay, so here we are in World Tour. So this change only works on World Tour. As you guys know, or maybe don't know, there are certain things that work in World Tour that should work in the real game that don't. Okay, prime example of this is Geef's Lariat. It hits both sides in World Tour. I'm assuming this is because in World Tour you can have enemies on both sides of you, so it would just hit both sides. But regardless, he should have that in the main game because he's always had it. And also, if you're like, oh, well, this is a different game, okay, cool, you're right, but why does Rashid's Heavy Mixer hit both sides, but Geef's Lariat doesn't? See, there's certain inconsistencies there. Regardless, though, that's not the point of this. This specific Lily change is one of the ones I'm talking about. It works in World Tour, but it does not work in the main game for some reason. So maybe it's because Lily's short, but it's probably not the case. It's probably because blah, World Tour just has different properties. So I can do Winstock, and then I can do, normally we do Winstock, right? You do DP, it whiffs, nothing happens. It does not link unless you have another Winstock. But in World Tour, I can do a combo like this, and the DP will link. I think Lily should be able to do that in the main game. If I have a Winstock, you're in the corner, and I hit you with a combo, and I only have one win stock, I should be able to do DP after it. I don't really know why like that works here, but it doesn't work in the main game. I also don't think that's broken at all. I don't think it's broken. I don't think it would be game breaking. It's just something that I don't know why she doesn't have by default. But yeah, I think that pretty much concludes the video on this. There's some changes I'm sure that you guys, I probably missed some that you guys would like to see, or, you know, actually there is some stuff actually, hold on. For Lily in general, I would love to see like her rework in terms of her combo route, not the character. People are like, oh, they should rework the character. Like just rework some of her combo routes, you know, like her combo routes are really simple, which is good. She's supposed to be an easy character, by the way. She's supposed to be simple, but I feel like it's like kind of like a little jarring to see like Geef and Marissa just have all these cool combos, and Geef even have long combos. These are probably the longest combos Geef's ever had. Where Lily, I'm just like jab, jab, DP, jab, jab, Spire into DP if I have 2 win stocks in the corner. You know, I don't really have like a lot of fancy combos. Like maybe it can give me some better combos off of lights. Maybe let me do like a light punch into medium kick without counter hit. You can just make it where my mediums are more useful outside of drive rush combos. Just kind of rework the combo structure a little bit for the character to kind of give us more to do. Because there's not really a lot to lab with Lily and really swag on people with. It'll be nice to kind of get a better combo structure for the character. Even make stand like heavy kick punish counter allow me to do some cool combos outside of the corner. Or and just in general, because even in the corner you can't do anything off of a punish, just a normal punish counter stand heavy kick. You know, it'd be nice to just have a better combo structure for the character. But yeah, that's pretty much like the main changes I think for Lily I would like to see. I just want to know, like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that any of these changes are broken and will break the bank? I'm sure Capcom, who knows, they might not do any of these changes I'm talking to you guys about. The way the Capcom works sometimes, it feels like they see and look at what everybody says and they try to do something that nobody said at all. So if that's the case, then Lily's not getting a DP regardless of win stock or not. It's just not going to happen. Even though that's a change most people have been, I see, you can even look this up, they talk about wanting, it's like the main change. Same for Kimberly. Kimberly should have it too. Don't know why they got rid of it. You know, Ken does the same thing as Kimberly in the corner outside of, you know, he can't combo off of a throw, but he throw loops you still, even with the nerf. He's just like, and then Kimberly still has a damage reduction on hers. But yeah, those are like the main Lily changes. I don't want to get too off topic that I want to see. So let me know your guys' thoughts below, and let me know if there's a change I didn't say that you would like to see. And yeah, pretty much you guys can follow me here at twitch.tv/ElChakotay, okay? Just like my YouTube channel, the same name. I do stream a lot on Twitch. I stopped streaming on YouTube recently just for a while. Just kind of wanted to test it out, but I do stream all the time on Twitch. So if you want to run sets, we can run that. You don't have to be a sub. If you want me to help you out with Lily, we can do that too. And I'm really going to do my best to keep pumping these videos out for you guys. The next video idea I have actually is how Mika will work in Street Fighter 6. I have a whole thing I want to do on that. That's going to be such an interesting video. I want you guys to see that, okay? But for now, that's it. Peace out. Take care, and see you guys in the next video.